This will be a chart presentation of AQM Copper Inc. AQM Copper is a venture-listed stock, appropriately trading under the ticker AQM. You can see going back into late last year, stock's been kind of stuck in a channel. It was running from around 10 cents up to 14 cents. Popped through that at the beginning part of this year, set up a new resistance up around 15 and a half cents. But the support at 10 cents is held. And although this does have a couple days where it doesn't really trade very much volume, a little bit of upward pressure came on Wednesday and Thursday. And the 2 green days is just enough to keep an eye on this to see if it's going to push again, because there's not much resistance in sight from Thursday's close at 13 cents for more than a 10% move just to back up to 15. And more importantly, watching to see if it's going to break out of this channel and move through to make the next higher high. Now you can see the MACD, since this last little rollback down to the support, is moving upward. And now importantly, trying to break through zero. And you can see last time that happened, right at the beginning part of the year, the very end of last year. Notice that's when the stock price came off of that support and made the move to the recent high. So with that in mind, we'll be looking for something similar, as well as a potential breakout of the channel. The slow stow shows that momentum is building in the chart, holding over top of 50. Real nice rise off of this base, taking on a much more bullish look. And that's also true with the money flow index, which has been trending upward. And you can see the 14 is now registering a 58.1. That tells me that people are paying higher prices for the stock, which is obviously a bullish indication. Going along with that same theme, relative strength index making higher lows, pushing back through 50, registering about a 56 right now as the RSI 14. That indicates that the bulls are taking control of momentum. Stock is also pushed back over top of this brown line, the 50-day moving average, which is at 12.4 cents, and trading on the upper half of the Bollinger Band, which is pretty easy to see. We can also gather that by noticing that stock price is over this purple line, it's 20-day moving average. That's the middle of the bollies. So in the short term, some pretty bullish looks going on with this chart. Volume is still a little thin. You can see 129,000 shares traded on Thursday. A little bit of an uptick over previous days. But generally speaking, the stock, a real big day for it is about 400,000 or 500,000 shares trading. So that's not terrible volume in general. Just look for it to increase and have one of those bigger days if it's going to try and take out this top to show that buying interest is really taking off, which will help the momentum and trend indicators to get even more bullish. Now again, what I'd look for is this bottom support on any big pullback down there at a dime. And even in the more near term, I'd look higher, right up here around 12 cents. So I'd like to see this progression of some higher lows coming off this dime mark stay intact and keep a short-term stronger uptrend for the chart. So I'd first have my eyes set on support at 12 cents. Going forward, the first resistance is going to come into play here at 14 cents. But I don't suspect that's going to be too terribly strong. I'd look more to this upper end, not necessarily this 15.5 cent mark, the old high. Really starting to pick up though at 15 cents and running right through to those old highs. That's still a nice upside from the 13 cent close, more than 10%. And ultimately what I'd be looking for is for something along those lines to go through and make the next sequential higher high so that this chart can take on an even more bullish look. Right now though, not sitting too bad. And with those things going on, we think that AQM Copper is worth a watch next week to see how it performs. But as always, merely my interpretation of the AQM chart. I'm not a financial consultant and strongly encourage you to do your own proper due diligence. Consult with a qualified financial advisor before making any investment decisions. Past performance is not a guarantee of future results. Please visit the allpennystocks.com website to view the full disclaimer disclosure. And do not base any investment decisions on any material found on the website and/or its video chart. No person employed by All Penny Stocks is a registered investment advisor or licensed broker-dealer. Thank you for watching. Trade smart.